Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Boleros podcast. I'm Gab. With me is only Maui. Today, Sam is off doing something work related or something with his family. But today, we're going to discuss our initial reactions to the two Gilas games these past 4 days against Lebanon and Jordan. So, if you guys didn't know, Gilas won against Lebanon last Friday and just a few minutes ago lost to Jordan by 1 point. So a bit of 50-50 there. Lots to talk about. Maui, what are your initial reactions to the two games by our national team?
I think yung initial reaction ko is our defense needs a lot of work. Definitely, I think we need more pieces that, especially from the center slot. I think Junmar Faardo, whether we like it or not, is finally slowing down. He's getting hammered on the half court offense, on pick and rolls, on closeouts. And I think we really missed the services of Japet Aguilar during this window of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Having Kai Soto would probably also have worked, and probably si Justin Baltazar and si Carl Tamaya could probably match up also better dun sa power forwards. Uh, Actually, Gab, if you ask me, I'm really happy with how Gilas played in general because they played all wings.
Mm.
Yung usual na ano ko, Gab, favorite
Yung
ko
favorites
lineup.
mo.
Yeah, favorite lineup ko na all wing players. We since we only had Junmar as a natural center, we had to play five, four or five wings at the same time. Malonzo had to play center. Mason Amos had to play center. Even Brownlee was playing center. It was fun to watch, but it's weird for me because these players, Brownlee, Malonzo, Mason Amos, don't play center. Mason Amos, kahit nung under 18, if you guys watch yung under 18 games nung Philippines, he was playing the 3 and 4 slot. Malonzo always plays the 3 or 4 slot sa Ginebra, same with Brownlee. So it's a bit disappointing for me to see them, despite me having fun all wings. It's a bit disappointing for me to play for them to play out of position, especially since it's our national team we're talking about. But yeah, uh, probably the game last Friday against Lebanon, they played really well. Everyone is hitting their shots. And then yung game naman today, I think yung main issue talaga is they gave up too many points nung first half. They gave up 60 nung first half and only 30 plus, I think 31 or 32 nung second half. So yeah, a lot of work for Gilas, but I'm happy to finally see them having a steady pool of players. Kasi kahit papano, at least ngayon, hindi yung rotation ng players. Hindi na parang dati na every window, yung majority of the players, new players. So I think even if Gilas only had a 10-day practice window, this window ng World Cup, very promising naman yung pinakita nila, and I'm hoping that they'll be able to build up on this. How about you, Gab?
I just want to bounce off some points you made, Mao. Unang-una, I do agree with you. Our national team played really well in this window, no? In both games. Nung game against Lebanon, I think you hit it right on the mark. They hit their shots, which is why they were very successful. It opened up the floor. You were able to play Junmar then because they played, I think, Lebanon played two bigs. But
Yeah.
I forgot the name of their Hike. I think Hike was their main big guy, and they played another big guy. So the floor was not as spaced. So Junmar could actually play in that game. And also, I don't know if you noticed, Mau, nung game versus Lebanon, kahit na yung towards the end, nung tambak na yung Lebanon, they were hitting their shots, which were still wide open, which points to the problem that
Yeah.
yung that you said earlier
Correct.
about Junmar, diba? When he's in the game, the he can't go on the perimeter. He's too slow. He can't guard quicker players. And I think that was a very good game plan by Jordan a while ago. I don't know kung na-catch mo yun, Mao, nung first half. For the first half, they were targeting Junmar on every play. Every play, sinasama nila si Junmar sa screen and roll. Or kung hindi yung si Junmar sa main pick and roll action, they were going to him off ball. Lahat ng actions involved nila si Junmar. And it was kind of frustrating to me that it took Coach Chot
One half.
Two quarters and a half actually. He
Yeah,
still
2
played
quarters na.
Junmar almost half of the third before he went small. That was frustrating because I thought that big lead by by Jordan could have been avoided actually. And also ang tagal niya mag-adjust to pick and rolls. They had hit already 5 or 4 straight threes tapos saka lang naisip ni Coach Chot na okay, let's not go under screens. Literally, Jordan hit like 3 or 4 threes because the Gilas guards were going under screens. And I was shouting at the TV saying, "Stop going under screens! They're killing us on threes." Diba? It's ang tagal mag-adjust. As finally in the half of the third quarter, I think someone whispered to Coach Chot na we have to switch everything now. We can't go under yung pick and rolls anymore. And that's where the game changed, no? Our defense was much better. We were closing out on shooters and we were in the face most of the time on Jordan's shooters, no. So I actually think we found something, Mao. I know you said that you were frustrated that sina Malonzo and Brownlee, who usually play wing positions, are playing center. But I actually think we found something, yung something we could go with, no. In fairness naman to Justin Brownlee, he showed that he can match up. Well, we can talk about his offense later, but I do want to shout out that he played really well as a small ball 5, and I think that's a strength that we can go to. I'm actually more inclined to go with him now as a naturalized player instead of Kwame or Jordan Clarkson because JC can't play. You can play small ball 5.
Yung
And if you play
versatility,
Ange,
versatility.
may versatility si Brownlee eh. And si Ange, I think he could match up well defensively. I think we've seen this a lot. Ange has the lateral speed to match up with quicker players. But Justin Brownlee has the offense to not be a zero on offense, diba? The whole third quarter was just Justin Brownlee carrying the Gilas team.
At one point, he was scoring more than half of the points of Gilas.
Yeah.
Almost
so ako, if you wanted to get me to pick which naturalized player are we gonna go with in the actual World Cup, I'd actually go with Justin Brownlee over Ange or Jordan Clarkson. But so those are some couple of points I wanted to point out to you. Si Junmar, I think he can be playable at times lang, Mao, no?
Siguro, I think depends sa matchup talaga. If the opponent is playing natural big men, then definitely we need Junmar. But we have to have more versatility, I think, dun sa center slot. It's tough to see guys like Dwight Ramos having to crush their rebounds hard because they're playing the 4 slot. Hopefully, we get more players.
And you think, Mao, sa mga European teams, mas mahirapan tayo because their wings are now big.
Yes.
Diba? Yun yung magiging problema.
Yeah, I think...
Ngayon go.
Yeah, I think, Gab, you mentioned the European players. I think having a player like Malonzo will be key to facing yung teams that have longer and bigger wings. Unfortunately, I think Malonzo is probably the only tweener that we have sa Gilas right now. Most of the players are natural bigs or trying to transition to be a wing player like sila Carl Tamayo, Mason Amos. But I think they won't be ready for the World Cup in 2023. But yeah, it's really fun to see yung At least hindi na parang dati na just dribble drive, isolations. Right now, you really see the ball move around. It's really
Yeah.
fun to watch basketball when most of the players on the court are wing players, athletic players, 3-point shooters, very versatile players. But yeah, I think Junmar is still definitely a lock to make the lineup sa 2023.
You mentioned the offense, so that was the one thing that impressed me the most, especially in
Yeah.
the game against Lebanon. I think our offense was really good. So despite our hate for Coach Chot Reyes, we do have to give him credit for that, no?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Definitely
Oh,
for this window, yeah.
ang ganda ng ikot ng bola. So many cuts were happening. They were getting a lot of actions out of the off-ball screens, cuts. In fairness to Justin Brownlee, I think that's a testament to his chemistry with
Yeah,
his other yung Hinebra teammates, as
yeah.
Scotty and Jamie Malonzo.
Tim Cone din,
And also,
assistant coach eh.
yeah, yun din
Mm.
sabihin ko nga eh.
Mm.
Yung, I think it's also a matter of Coach Tim Cone yung being there on the sideline, so he knows his players. So kita-kita yung chemistry on that end. And big difference yung like what you said, Mau, from the previous windows na especially when Jordan Clarkson was there. I'm sorry to Jordan Clarkson. Hindi talaga ako fan ng hero ball
Yeah.
bigay kay JC yung bola eh. I mean, hindi siya
Kahit
effective sa international eh.
kahit gumawa Gab ng 40 si Brownlee, sobrang layo nung laro eh, no? Nung si Clarkson. You really could see yung hero ball nung window niya. And I think, just to add lang, Gab, yung main thing for me during this window, even if we lost the game against Jordan a while ago, is at the very least, at least we see a light at the end of the tunnel. Parang yung play style ng Gilas is a lot better. You see a very steady pool starting to build up. And I hope even after the World Cup, continuously yung pool na to they will just add, remove players. But probably in the next 5 to 10 years, I hope to see sila Malonzo. I hope to see Bobby Ray Parks, Jordan Heading, sila Carl Tamayo, Mason Amos. Hopefully, hopefully, sana maging steady na yung pool ng Gilas. Kasi, since the time that we made the World Cup initially, nung first time in like 30 or 40 years, nung si Coach Shot pa originally, yung pool has really has not been consistent. Parang every window, iba eh. Every FIBA tournament, iba. So, you really can see them, and we don't designate a time to train, like a month or 2 months to train. So, very critical na
2
may
weeks before.
2 weeks before, diba? So it's really crazy. So the only thing to mitigate that is if we have a steady pool at the very least.
Very good point, Mau. And you could see, no, from the teams na pinadalan ng Lebanon and ng Jordan, these are the same players we faced in the previous windows.
Most of
diba?
them.
So sobrang consistent, no? Well, sa Lebanon, siyempre si Arakji was not
Wala.
here to play, but most of their lineup was still their national team. You could see na sobrang consistent, and they know how to play each other. They know each other's tendencies. Pero yung tama ka rin, na light at the end of the tunnel, then you can also see some light there na there is some familiarity yung with the national team group, sina Dwight, Bobby Ray.
Yeah, definitely. Si Dwight will be a mainstay.
Yung mas may chemistry na yung among them, no? Siguro just, I mean, we've been asking for this for a long time. Just have a consistent pool, have them play together, experience playing with each other. Hindi na pwede. Kaya, actually, siguro one of our last questions, Mau, who's the player that impressed you the most from the Gilas side?
Ako, if I were to pick a player, siyempre aside from, definitely si Justin Brownlee impressed a lot. But if I were to pick a player outside of Justin Brownlee, I think yung as previous windows, very critical talaga si Dwight Ramos as a player sa Gilas. Just because of versatility niya, he can play the one, he can play the wing positions, he crashes the boards, he guards the best players sa opposing end. He has playmaking, 3-point shot. And I think it's a testament to Dwight. You can see players like Terdy Ravena or Kiefer Ravena losing minutes. They used to play a ton of minutes. But si Dwight Ramos has been that one consistent player from all the windows na talagang nandun siya. And you can see it's really good to see him continue to play sa Gilas. It's unfortunate that we were not able to see him play sa UAAP sa Ateneo. but yeah, I think it's a testament to him. He's really doing good sa Japan, and I hope that he continues to improve. Parang he will probably be a mainstay na talaga sa Gilas as the point guard, shooting guard, or small forward,
Dapat
whatever we
lang.
need. Whatever we need. So I think really outside of Justin Brownlee, siguro mababash ako because I didn't say Scotty Thompson because of his versatility. But I think yung stability talaga that Dwight Ramos gives outside of the impressive play, of course, of Brownlee, will be a must sa Gilas. I think he should be a mainstay.
Yeah. Ibang class talaga yung toughness ni Dwight, no? And he's a very smart player. Ako, the guy who impressed me the most, Mau, and I think I really have to give him credit is Jamie Malonzo. I've given him a lot of hate before, Mau. Alam mo to eh. Yung
Yeah.
sobrang doubtful ako kay Jamie Malonzo eh. I saw a lot of improvement in his game in this window compared to his previous windows. Now, that might be having one conference under Tim Cone, under the
Winning
Ginebra
culture
system.
na, finally.
Oo. Hindi na siya nasa farm team ng Northport. So, ngayon, yung pwede siya yung makadevelop. So, no, but really, Jamie Malonzo was pretty impressive to me. He shot the three very well. That was one of my doubts about him when he was put into the lineup in the last window. Yeah, he's athletic. We all know that, but he doesn't shoot the three consistently. He still makes some lapses defensively. A while ago, he had a couple of defensive lapses where he was supposed to switch, but he dropped. And then he got an earful from Coach Chot about that. So he does have these defensive lapses, but I think you can see the value talaga of his length and his
Yes,
athleticism.
definitely. One of
And,
one
diba?
for me. One of one, Gab.
Diba?
Yun yung, if we can have three or four more Jamie Malonzos, probably yung Pilipinas would compete
Oh.
better.
And I loved his aggressiveness also on offense. He was attacking the rim. He was moving the ball around. He shot the ball yung when he needed to. And yun nga, it's his versatility on defense. Diba, yung we were talking kanina when the fourth quarter, sobrang ubos na si Justin Brownlee after he carried the offense nung third quarter. Wala na eh. He wasn't even moving on defense anymore. Tapos we were talking, sino ba pwede yung pamalit? We can't put Junmar back. Tapos I put the option there na I guess our only option is Jamie Malonzo because he's the only guy tall enough to play a small ball five and still have the shooting on yung on the offensive end. So so Jamie Malonzo, I think he was pretty impressive these past two games. I think he secured his slot already in the final lineup for the World Cup. I will be shocked if he's not there. Honestly, diba?
Same. Sobrang versatility niya is needed.
Siguro Mau, as a last question na lang to end this very quick episode, who's a player you want to see in our final lineup for the World Cup?
For the World Cup.
Like it can be anyone from the PBA, UAAP.
Definitely, Gab, definitely if you ask me, si Kai Soto talaga dapat andun. I think it's weird for me to see Kai Soto not playing sa Philippines. I don't know if it's money, if it's compensation, but if I were the agent of Kai Soto, I would play him every window. Yung exposure kasi ng international play is different. And yung size ni Kai Soto, he was really matching up well. The constant lob threat, and I guess yung versatility na may playmaking, may 3-point shot, and then slashing big din. But yeah, when you ask me, I really have to give it to Kai Soto. Kai Soto, we hype Kai Soto, so we have to have Kai Soto definitely for 2023. Yeah. How about you?
Ako, actually, I'm gonna go with someone very surprising. I don't know if he's eligible, Maui. You could correct me. I'm gonna go with Mike Phillips. As I was
Hindi siya,
watching the
Gab.
game kanina,
Hindi siya
hmm?
eligible, unfortunately. But yeah, I think
Yung hindi siya,
si Mike
'di ba?
Phillips
He's
nga,
someone that could help.
yeah, someone that could help. Yung defense niya kasi switchable eh.
Very, very switchable. We don't have to drop or go under screens. We're not as exposed, no, and you can still maintain that size up front. Yun lang nakita ko talaga hole eh. We were very effective when you played small with Justin Brownlee at center. But then again nga, once sa fourth quarter, pag naubos na si Justin Brownlee, and you could really see he was done in the fourth.
Gas. He was gas.
Wala na,
Yeah, he's done.
he was so gassed talaga yung in the fourth. So we need someone else, no? And yung ang doubt ko lang kay Kai Mao, he'll be like Junmar eh. He's gonna be played off the floor if eventually. Although the experience and the size does matter. I do agree with you with that. But he's not fast din kasi. So I'm thinking also if teams play like Jordan did in the first half a while ago, just put the slow center into every screen and roll action. It's gonna be the exact same thing.
Patay rin yung
So I do
switchability.
want
Yeah.
this is where someone like Ange Kwame is very helpful actually. Someone who guards everyone. But yun nga, we can't play Ange and Justin Brownlee at the same time, no? But how I wish. But I do think we need a center that's more mobile. Yun lang yung wish ko talaga. Someone just to give Justin Brownlee some relief. Although I am sold na si Justin Brownlee is the right player, right naturalized player. Yung having seen him play both to take over a game and to play
Facilitate.
within a system.
Play within the
Yung
system.
and to
Yeah, yeah.
facilitate
I agree, Gab.
also. Yeah. So yeah. Any more last points, Maui?
Actually, Gab, kung may wild card ako na gusto talaga makita sa Gilas, as much as si Mike Phillips, another would be si Luis Villegas, to be honest. I think
That's a good one. That's a good
I
one.
think sa international game, yung game niya really fits yung international game. He could be like how Jamie Malonzo plays. But yeah, unfortunately, like Mike Phillips, we'll have to wait on the eligibility if they stay here long enough, they probably could get the same eligibility as sila Chris Newsome. So we'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we have to agree, Maui, na this was a pretty good window despite the 1 point loss to Jordan.
A lot better than the previous windows.
Yeah,
probably.
a lot better than the previous window.
Definitely.
So here at Boleros, we're just cheering on this Gilas team all the way to the World Cup. So habang walang UAAP, no, we're gonna tackle all these basketball things. We just want to watch basketball. So on that note, we're gonna say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe the Boleros podcast to all of your friends. We're trying to get to 1,000. Come on, like and subscribe, share our show, and peace out, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Peace out.
Bye.